So we've got the MrBodykits GU scoop here. I think it's called the Big Mouth. That's your original one. This is the replacement. So it should be direct bolt in. So it's got the same post as the original. So we'll remove that one, add this one on, and see the difference. But already you can see it's quite a bit larger. This one's been painted up. Hopefully it's fiberglass, so hopefully it sits pretty flush, but I've heard good things. We'll remove this one and get on with it. So this is just the underside of the bonnet. Obviously you've got a little bolt here, one there too, pretty much the same as the underside of the new one. So just kind of go around and remove those. I'll see if I need to remove this. I'll figure that out if we need to, but hopefully we can just get around undoing the bolt and then putting the new one on. So I was right in thinking this needs to be removed. So I've just got a trim tool. You've got these little tabs on here. Just kind of get behind it and pop it out from the top. That way we'll get access to all the others. So squeeze this one under here. It doesn't really feel that nice, but it just pops out. And then we'll just keep on going around and remove that before we can unbolt the scoop. So with the rubber foam surrounding removed, you can now clearly see the bolts that we need access to remove the scoop. I'm pretty sure they're a 10mm, so we'll remove those, put the new ones on. I've been told not to do the new ones too tight as the posts can snap, but it should be all good. So we'll remove this one and then we'll throw the new one on. All those bolts have been removed from the underside. I've just closed the bonnet now. This should just now lift up. And of course, it's not just going to just lift up, is it? All right, give me a second and I will come back to it. All right, from the underside, I've just got my tool in there just to kind of create a bit of a gap because it didn't want to come out from the top. So I'm just kind of going around, loosening it up from the inside, and then I'll be able to remove it hopefully from the top side. Doesn't look like there's any seals behind it, but it does seem to want to stay down if you don't kind of put a little bit of effort behind it. So we'll keep going around these. Probably gonna need two hands, and we'll get the scoop removed. So as you can see, just went around on the inside, popped all those pretty much lugs where it sits into to get a bit of clearance, and there we go. So there's your intercooler, here's your factory scoop. No seal around it or anything like that. There is a bit of rubber, which I may try and incorporate into the other one for a better seal, but other than that, that is it. So we'll keep this aside for a rainy day in case anything goes wrong with the other one. But yeah, that's all there is to it, and then it's just reassembled with a new one. So I'm gonna give that a bit of a tidy up because it's obviously got a lot of shit under there from 2009 when this thing came off the factory, and then we'll throw the new one on. So just one thing I've noticed as well is there's these little kind of rubber washers. They come from the scoop. Obviously when I took that last scoop off, there was only a few of them there. The other ones were still stuck to the bolt. So I've taken those off and I'll put those down. So obviously that stops it from sitting right on the paint. They're just loose, so you can just put them, it's probably better off to put them on the pins of the other scoop. But I'm just gonna put them there, line up the new scoop and throw it on. Now for something that throws not a big spanner in the works, but obviously these ones have the studs on them, which help them locate the holes, whereas the other one doesn't. So these use a 10, size 10 nut on the end of it. These ones use your little traditional screwdriver, Phillips head, to screw them in from underneath into the lug. Whereas these have their locating lugs, they go through, and then you put your 10mm bolt on top of it. So trying to get these lined up now with the scoop doesn't really sit in place because it's got nothing to locate onto. You're gonna have to do it from outside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some painter's tape, just throw some tape over that to hold it in place, and then hopefully secure it from the underside. Okay, we're in. A little bit of a stuff around. Pro tip for doing it next time, those little rubber gaskets or the rubber washers that were on the top on the other side, trying to get those between the scoop and put these bolts through is a little bit hard. These bolts are a little bit thicker. So what I ended up doing was just pushing these through and then using that rubber washer to kind of hold these in place because they're a bit smaller, effectively adding like studs. And then you can use that to guide the scoop on and just go around. I just tightened in the crisscross pattern. Been told not to do it too tight in case it cracks, but that's now done. I just need to put the foam back on. But But there you go. Fitment wise, not too bad. A little bit of a lip under here. The back sealed pretty well. Like I said, you could always put something underneath it if you wanted to. I'll probably leave this on for it's not too bad. Probably with the extra height doesn't help. But what I'll do is I'll leave it on for a couple of days, and I might go around, just tighten everything up, make sure it's all good. But yeah, hopefully that helps you get your scoop on. It's a little bit of a mess, but all up should not take you longer than about 10-15 minutes. If you've got an extra set of hands, highly recommend it. Cheers, thanks for watching.